Mystical Love and Light here. I apologize if I am out of breath and I have my drink here because I just came from outside from tying up my rose bush and my tomato plant. The tomato plant is growing in a place that we would have never planted it there, but our steps, it's growing right smack in front of the bottom step. And it's starting to come across and you got to kind of like walk around it. Well, I went ahead and went out there and tied it up so that it would be more this way than this way, because it's already getting a tomato on it. And it is super duper hot outside. I know I'm really red and flushed. And then I had to go tie up my rose bush. Now, yes, granted, if I had one of those cages, that would work a whole lot better, but I don't. And my rose bush has decided that it doesn't want to grow like this or even like this. It's growing like this. And it's just like all like this to the ground. So I had to put like several, I didn't have any, I didn't have any cages or wood to put stalks in to hold it up. So I got some of my parachute cord, paracord, and put a couple of circles around it and then tied it off so it would be more like, now it's kind of coming up like this and then out. It looks crazy, but if it stays like that, then every time Lee mows, he's not going to be able to help it. He's going to end up running over all the parts that spread out, because it is spread out pretty wide. And I've gotten all the roses off of it already and dried them out, but they still are popping up here and there. Anyway, I named this I have my notes because I wrote down a lot of notes because I know that I am going to forget, but I was sitting there thinking about, okay, well, let's get back to the name. I do this all the time. Okay, tip of the day, I named it Our Magickal Spot, because every human has a magical spot. It is your belly button. Now, when we were little, I say we because of my siblings. When we were little and we lived with our grandparents up here in Tennessee in the mountains, they grew everything themselves, raised hogs, chickens, everything you could think of. They hardly ever went into town, except for when the tobacco was ready and they harvested it, they dried it out and everything. When it was ready to take to the market to sell, that's the money they used to buy anything that they needed to buy, like once a year or something. So anyway, anytime us kids we got sick, my grandmother always used oils or rubbing alcohol in our belly buttons. So I was sitting there thinking about it earlier and trying to remember all the different things that she would be using the oils for. And then as the years went on, and sometimes we lived with our grandparents, sometimes we lived with our mother, our father, our parents, but we were also a lot of times still on their property. So it's not like we went to the store. My grandparents didn't go to the store and buy stuff over the counter or anything like that. She relied on stuff that was passed down to her. So this is what this video is going to be about. Now, as time went on and I got older, I learned of also different things you could use it for, and I've also incorporated it into what we're going to go over on this video. So I'm going to be looking down a lot because, like I say, I have my notes and I don't want to miss anything. And yes, there's a whole lot more things, but this is some of the stuff that I remembered. I'm sure there's a professional name for it. I don't know. I've heard some people say a lot of this came from, like, from India, maybe. But my grandparents never went to India and they didn't even own a TV. So, but they still did the same things. Okay. So, since we, as in the spiritual beings that we are, since we work with oils a lot, I see this as a magical tool for our bodies because it's all about natural. This is natural things. So, like I say, tip of the day, our magical spot to add to our belly button for everyday life health issues. Now, my grandma, she used to do this to us when we were little to help with certain health issues, as in pain or dry lips, etc. And again, we lived, I'm reading now because I didn't want to forget anything. And you know me, when I talk, I'm all over the place. We lived with my grandparents at times, or lived with our parents on my grandparents' property in the mountains throughout our childhood. Since then, I've learned of other uses. Your belly button connects to all your major organs around your abdomen, which absorbs in the veins throughout the rest of your body through your bloodstream. So keep that in mind. So the different oils you use in your belly button, it goes to the parts that is needing to be, I don't want to say healed. I'm not going to say healed. I'm not going to use cured because there are FDA issues and all of that. This is what my grandmother used to use on us that worked. So, different oils for different issues. So yes, you also watching this, you have a magical spot. It's your belly button. No, I'm not going to show you my fat belly button. Okay, here's a few that I can remember, and all of these apply to the belly button directly or with cotton. So all of these that I'm going over, you don't apply them anywhere else except your belly button. So most of these will be 3, 4, 5 drops. So I'm not going to say how many drops for each one. Right now at the beginning, I'm saying 3, 4, 5 drops. Now, as of today, I know there's a lot of people that will also use essential oils. I'm not going to recommend essential oils for this because I've never used the essential oils in my belly button. And I've heard of people saying you have to use them straight that way. Well, no, I wouldn't, not without putting a carrier oil in them. And since I've not used essential oils, I'm not going to recommend or tell you to use them. These are what my grandmother used on the oils, the everyday oils that she had available to her at home, because she did not have access to essential oils. Okay. So here's a few that I can remember apply to your belly button directly or with cotton. So a few of these, and I might mention the cotton, and when I mention the cotton, it is you just get you a cotton ball and you soak it in whichever oil that I'm mentioning. You put it in your belly button. Now you can, all of these that I'm going to mention, you can use them on a daily basis. You can use them, the best way to use them is at nighttime, because you're like down for 6-7 hours. If you're like me, it's more like 3 or 4 hours. Okay, so unless you know you're going to take a nap during the day, then do it in the day. But it works best when you do it on a daily basis, and then you'll start seeing the results of it. So either just the drops in your belly button, 3, 4, 5 drops, or soak a cotton ball and put it in your belly button. Now, I know somebody's going to message me and say, what about an outie? You can still rub the oil on your belly button, because whether it's an innie or an outie, you are going to use the oil, and you're going to massage your stomach around the belly button section, and mostly toward the bottom side of your belly button, but around the belly button. So even if it's an outie, you can still put the oil on it, and you can still massage around your belly button. Now, if it's at night, you want to do that, massage around it for several good minutes, and then fall asleep with it. And if you roll over the middle of the night and there are a few drops that, if it hasn't soaked in, some of it will just soak in. If it hasn't all soaked in, then it might, a few drops will run down your belly. I don't really worry about that, because if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it and give myself enough time to lay there, massage around the belly button, like I say, toward the bottom side of your belly button. Now, if you have a very good spouse, with whoever's watching this, whether you're male or female, and you have a very good spouse, you can get them to rub your belly. That works best when you have someone else rubbing your belly. But if not, you can rub it yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, here we go. Now, I'll say first the oil, and then I will say what you can use it for, or what it's used for. Let me get a drink, because I'm still hot and sweaty and my throat is dry. What I'm drinking here today is the watermelon and strawberry. So out of all of the ones that I get, my husband likes drinking this one the best. I almost feel guilty drinking this one, because normally I buy them for him, but he's not here today, so I'm drinking some. Oh, my throat is dry from being outside. Okay. Apply mustard seed oil directly for dry, chapped lips. And I need to start doing that, because it's so hot outside, my lips are starting to get chapped. I'll do that, and then also I make my clear lip glosses, and I can use that too. Check out my Etsy on them. They're geared toward magical properties, the spiritual properties. So because each one of them has stones in it that represents different things that you can use. Okay, next, apply olive oil or coconut oil to improve your fertility in either a male or a female, either one. In the males, it also helps your sperm count. The coconut oil helps with a healthy uterus. That one I learned later in life. Apply mustard seed oil for and my eyes are so blurry from being out there in that sun. It is unreal. So I am going to move this over here. So I'll be looking this way now. Because unless I put it this way, then it's kind of awkward. Okay. Apply olive oil. Okay, I already did that one. Apply mustard seed oil for a mild detox to keep your intestines pushing harmful bacteria out. Apply almond oil for a glowing face and help with wrinkles and fade dark circles under eyes or around the eyes. Soak a cotton ball and rub in alcohol and place in belly button overnight for cold, flu, and runny nose. So this is for the rubbing alcohol. So if you're starting to get a runny nose, flu, cold, you soak the cotton ball and rub in alcohol and place in belly button overnight. Somebody will probably say, is this the 91% or the 70%? I would imagine 70%. I don't remember which one she used. Okay. Also, soak rubbing alcohol on a cotton ball and place in belly button and massage for babies. Yeah, so that would have to be 70% for babies, because the 91 would be too strong. And massage for babies that has stomach pain, and put a few drops in belly button and massage in for a few minutes. Next, olive oil to help with menstruation cramps or menstrual cramps. I put menstruation though, but menstrual cramping. Put 4 or 5 drops and massage around belly button for several minutes. Next one, mustard oil for sore throat and cough. Coconut oil for dry skin every night in belly button, for face, and even dry cracked heels. So remember, when you're putting this in your belly button, whatever the issue is that health-wise that you need help with, it goes, because it goes through your veins, through your bloodstream, and goes to the areas that needs to be taken care of. Coconut oil massaging in belly button also helps to improve your eyesight. Castor oil helps for relieving stomach aches and problems with gas pains, with gastro problems, expelling trapped gas. Olive oil help with constipation. Coconut oil for our internal organs to help with bloating, and also to reduce bloating, and also helps to reduce belly fat from your body. Neem oil. This one my grandma didn't do, because I don't remember her having neem oil, but I've learned this one as the years went on. Neem oil to help fight acne and pimples and damaged skin due to bad acne. Neem oil helps reduce dark and white spots. Mustard oil works as an antibacterial agent and helps with nasal congestion. Castor oil, using daily, will help reduce back pain, arthritis, muscle aches, and knee pain. Remember, all of this pertains to putting it in your belly button. Mustard oil helps remove nail fungus and gives shiny nails, and helps with irregular bowel movement. Castor oil helps in the long run with growth of hair. Mustard oil smooth and soften your lips and reduces the darkness areas around your lips. Olive oil helps to stabilize hormonal imbalance in women. The Desi, I don't know how to pronounce, Desi ghee, clarified butter, helps to soften your skin. Remember, you're putting it in your belly button, not all over your skin, because it's working from the inside out. Warm ghee on babies will help to make their bones stronger. Next, ghee helps enhance immune system and improves blood flow to the nervous system. The next one, ghee, helps build a strong digestive system. And the last one, ghee, also helps give relief to the joint pain. So, this is all pertaining to our magical spot, our belly button. Every human has one. Everybody can use these tips. This is my tip of the day, and I thank you for watching. Try them. Let me know how it works. I know as a kid, every time my grandmother used any of these for whatever ailments that I or my siblings had, always worked. So, try it. Bye. Have a nice day. Blessed be. Ah, it's still going. I was going to give me a drink. I thought it stopped. We'll try it again. I have my pen here so I can read.